Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
India clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
There's the shot! Defending of the desperate variety. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
He's having a go! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
And it's Batistuta. Now he's got space here. And this is Neymar. He's got away. Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
The look of disbelief on the faces of his teammates, I don't need to add to it.
And we have our very first corner. Maldini can get it clear. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Madrid yet to have an attempt on goal. Rummenigge was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rijkaard. Searching pass he's played there. No, he's just misjudged that one. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And here's Messi. Batistuta. Now it's Villa. Out to the left it goes.
Might want to be careful there.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this.
Well, this is his opportunity to make the stage his own here.
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Approaching the half-hour mark.
Villa really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Stoichkov. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Rummenigge. Brzezinski. Seedorf. Neatly clipped into space. He has found the way through. Oh, well played, well played. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. He won't be happy with that one. 5 minutes till the break. He has a look up. Neymar! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Defending of the desperate variety. He's gone direct here. Maldini. And it's De Jong. For Rosicky. And there is the half-time whistle. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And the second half gets underway. So the first half brought no goals. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Played with finesse. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And it's Zico. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Tries to pass it through. Decent chance! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Well, they've got it again. Now, can they get him away? Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. And he's intervened well there. Zico has a look and plays it forward. Tries to play it through. And this is Rosicki. Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
That appeared to be an inevitable...
And he shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? Cleared without complication. A deeply frustrating game so far, certainly in terms of the score. Goes for goal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
India can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Oh, what a climb! And it's in! The breakthrough arrives at last! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Zico.
This is the time you need that pace.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
Pass somewhat off target and claimed it back swiftly. Messi in acres of space out wide.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And here's Stoichkov, and Stoichkov! And that could have brought them level.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Played back in. Applies the finish! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
India can make their change now with a break in play.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Shot at goal! They've scored! Dying minutes, and we're all square again! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Zico could try cutting inside here. In with the challenge. Baresi. Rummenigge. Now, what about a counter-attack? David Villa. David Villa! He's done very well to get to that.
Villa.
And that will be it. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here. Turns back here, probably the best option. When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality and cool temperament are all part of a first-class package.
It's everything you want. And that is as far as they're going to go. A probing pass. Oh, well played, well played. And we have our very first corner. Stojkovic plays it short. Shoots! And now a sudden chance to counter. He's shifting through the gears here. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. David Villa! And it's a goal! So we have the first goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Nesta gets it clear. Casillas. Nesta cuts it out. Madrid are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. And it's Denzel Dumfries. De Jong, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And that's gone loose. And he can clear it away. He could be in here. Now it's Ronaldinho. Looking for a runner. That's been cut out, well played. Messi. Now that looks a decent ball. David Villa.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
"15 minutes till half-time. Tries to pass it through. And it's Stojkovic. Good ball, good take. And he's straight offside. And claimed it back swiftly. Aimed beyond the defence. Back into the middle. It's Luis Suarez! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Nicely weighted ball. Now, can they get him away? Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well read, nice interception. Now it's Villa. And smartly reclaimed. Oh, it's a great ball here. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Dumfries. Busquets. Short changes him with that pass. And that'll be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's It's 0-0.
Madrid are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And we are already promptly back underway. Madrid carrying a one-goal lead. That's a pretty loose pass. And he's managed to get rid. Well, they've got it again. Can he get onto this? Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Messi!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's managed to gift it back. Ball's out. It'll be a throw-in again. Luis Suarez. Well-timed, excellent interception. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Tries to play it through. Oh, that was vital. And it's Cáceres. Ronaldinho's... Oh, what a climb! No, couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Couldn't squeeze it through. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
And Messi! It's in! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Well, this is a well-rehearsed drill. As soon as possession is regained, the commitment to attack is lethal.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it. Now they have it.
And that's put paid to a promising move. David Villa! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Could be danger here. Delivery from him. Gets his head on it! It's in! Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Raul. He's in a great chance! He scores! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Great ball, and he's on the finish! Played out towards the right wing. Cross into the box. Defending of the desperate variety. David Villa. That's a little off target. Knocks it into space. Raul gets flagged offside. It's just beyond his reach. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Madrid are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. David Villa taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the look on the manager's face.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, we're on the way. Well read, nice interception. Oh, there's a probing ball. Looking for a runner. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I really like the look of this fella, Xavi Simons. I was going to refer to him as just Xavi, but it just seems a little unfair. He is a proven leader and a communicator since his young days in the game. I just think he's better in a freer role. Just give him that freedom to express himself, and he's a type of player who just likes to play off the cuff, so you're never quite sure what he's going to do. He's unpredictable.
Okay, interesting. Cantona. Costa Curta. Now Simons. Passing nice and neat. Zico. Zico will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Belletti. Baresi makes the interception. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Schneider. Cantona. That's the keeper's ball. Great defending, strong and determined. Plays a sharp little... And the shot! He scored! First blood drawn. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
India have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Half an hour played now. India applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here...
Tries a shot! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Now that looks a decent ball. He has a look up. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Cannavaro. Back into the middle. Park Ji-sung. The ball's gone astray. That's going to go a long way. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And this is Shevchenko. Oh, they can break here. Costa Curta. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Shevchenko. Out to the left it goes. Oh, nice touch. Baresi. No way through there. Cantona has found the net here, of course. And it's Park Ji-sung. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Rummenigge.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Good ball, good take. Right card! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Now, can they get him away? And that's not going to reach.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
That pass has been well intercepted. This might spell danger.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Looking to play him in. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. That's a sharp pass. Cantona. Look at the and a chance! No mistake! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Well, how's that for a class finish?
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
India are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
And it's Rijkaard. Zico going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And he's had it nicked away. Belletti.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
He can get that clear. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. That has been slung wide. Costa Curta. Looking for options for movement. Cole. He's in plenty of space here, and he's managed to get free. And that was very necessary. And they're back on the ball again. And that will be it. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Tries a shot!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again.
It's goals!
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costacurta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball being almost as important as what he did at the back.
And here's Shevchenko.
Shevchenko really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Messi puts his foot on the gas. Bale in acres of space out wide. Howson gets good distance on it. And he's there to retrieve it. And it's Scholes. Messi. He's going for goal! It's a loose ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's there to belt it away. David Villa. Hazard. And this is our chance for a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well read, nice interception. Has a look and plays it forward. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's picked it up out wide. Crossed into the box.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. Searching pass he's played there. Great ball and he'd fallen! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
And we have our very first corner. Nesta with the clearance. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And now they can clear their lines. Looking for the run. Shevchenko finds himself offside. Bale. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And we've reached half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And the second half gets underway. So neither side has yet broken through. Buffon is there to clear. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi. Aimed beyond the defence. De Jong. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Cross goes in there. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Hazard. Up towards the hour mark and Messiuuu! Scholes short changes him with that pass, and it's Zico. Tries to dink it through. Nice interception, well timed. Tries to play it through. The ball's gone astray. And he passes it long. And smartly reclaimed. Bale. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run, and
it's fallen! Yes, it's there! And that could well be the winner!
well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Barcelona penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous. That's going in strongly.
And he's managed to get rid. No way through there. And that'll be a goal kick. Barcelona can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, there is that saying, Peter, that if it isn't broke, don't try and fix it. But I suppose you don't want to risk anything in a game like this.
Now it's Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min gets flagged offside. And he's gone looking for safety. Knocks it into space. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And that's definitely not his best.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
He's on it. Can he get away? And that is out of play. And it's Messiuuu. Now then, the ball's come loose. He's picked his way through. Messiuuu has it out wide and in space. Terrific header! Now, who's... Oh, it's fallen kindly here! Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running. That is ended up in no man's land. Baresi cuts out the pass. Zico. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Great vision.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And we have our very first corner. Jorginho plays it short. And it's Jorginho. Jorginho looking to penetrate opposition lines. And now they can spring out of defence. Tries from distance. That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Casillas getting this one clear. Nicely weighted ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Looking for the run, Rummenigge. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, nicely intercepted. Belletti pokes it out wide, and it's Salah. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Baresi promptly onto that, and that is that. And this is Messi. Always, and the shot! It's in! Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He has found the way through. Zico does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Villa. Now that looks a decent ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Mohamed Salah. Neymar tries a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Madrid head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
It's a good 35... Good chance here! Oh, that is very close.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Baresi. Park Ji-sung. Can he get on the end of this? Plays a sharp little ball here.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is. And it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Cannavaro. Madrid are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Madrid have a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. An opportunity then to pull clear here. He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Jorginho. Pass somewhat off target. Rummenigge. Cannavaro robs him of possession. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, he's burst through!
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He is through, and the shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. De Jong!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Beckenbauer threads one in, and he's managed to get free. Rummenigge! He's got away with one there.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. Pinged towards the front line. And he opts to go forward, and that has been cut short. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Madrid, moments now away from seeing this one out. And it's Messi. Now, who's going to be first to this? And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Messi taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the score.